welcome to this class for the follicular phase of your cycle, which is often also known as the inner spring. And with that in mind, this class is full of sun salutations, almost like an awakening to begin a new cycle. So let's start standing on our mats, bringing our hands beside the sides of our body. It's like a Tadasana pose, I suppose. Turn the palms to face forward, close your eyes. And we'll just take a moment to feel the feet on the ground, bringing the weight into the toes and bringing the weight into the heels, and then bringing the weight towards the left side of the feet, towards the right side of the feet, and then finding somewhere in the middle. When you're connected strongly and in a centered way to the ground, it's a lot easier to feel grounded in daily life and with anything else external that may happen in your day, in your world. So let's take a few deep breaths, breathing in through the nose. Open the mouth and sigh the breath out. Again, breathing in through the nose. Open the mouth and sigh the breath out. Last time, deep breath in and deep breath out. And we'll just do some clearing breaths. So we'll inhale, reach the arms up, and then exhale. Inhale again. Two more. And then slowly come all the way back. Maybe you feel a little bit dizzy. Just take a moment with your eyes closed. Notice the sensations in your body. I can feel like vibrations in my hands and my arms. Can you feel that too? And then we'll come to the front of the mat, and this really is a short practice, but it's really enough to start to move energy and move flow. And we'll start with 3 sun salutations of sun salutation A. And if you're not familiar, this will be the perfect practice to become familiar with sun salutation A, B, and then a dancing sun salutation at the end, or a dancing salutation. So at the top of the mat, let's stand with either the feet apart or the big toes together, touching, and the heels apart. Inhale, reach the arms up, maybe bringing the thumbs together and looking up towards your thumbs. And then exhale, let's fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. And then as we exhale, let's plant the hands down. And for this first one, let's step back into a high plank pose and then release the knees, untuck the toes. Bend the elbows down so they pass by the ribs. Breathing in to lift up through our chest, find a cobra or extend the arms. And then exhale, tucking the toes, lifting the hips high and returning to your downward facing dog. And we'll do this 2 more times. So take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bend your knees and look forwards and walk or step the feet towards the back of the wrists. Inhale to lengthen the spine and lift halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, root to rise. Reach your arms all the way up nice and high, gaze towards your thumbs. And then exhale, bring your hands down to your chest at heart center. And that's 1 cycle. So let's do 2 more. Breathing in, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. This time as you exhale, place your hands down, step back into a high plank, and optionally take the first variation we did with the knees lowering down. Or option 2, we take a chaturanga, we come into that half plank, elbows hugging in. Inhale this time, the knees and the thighs and the shins stay lifted away from the floor as we find that upward facing dog. And then as we exhale, return back to your downward facing dog. And downward facing dog for some people is even a resting pose. For others, it is not. So if you need to come to your knees and take a child's pose, feel free to do that. In between this downward facing dog and the next posture, maybe you just want to bend your knees, bringing the weight into one foot and then bringing the weight into the other. Maybe you circle your head left and right, releasing tension through the back of the neck. Maybe you just close your eyes and feel into your body where you need to move. And then let's do this one more time. So take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bend your knees, look forwards, walk step, or maybe a jump to the back of the wrists. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine, look forwards. Exhale to fold. Press down through your feet, reach your arms nice and high, look towards your thumbs, and then exhale, bring your hands down to your chest at heart center. Really nice. Now we'll do sun salutation B. We'll start with our feet together, big toes together touching again if you prefer, heels apart, or soles of the feet, edges of the feet together. We'll bend the knees and we'll sweep the arms or the fingers down past the sides of the feet and reach the arms up by our ears, finding a chair pose. Inner thighs squeezing together, lift up through your heart and your hands, take a deep breath in, and then exhale to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, look forwards. Exhale, once again, planting your hands down, we step back and find a high plank pose. Maybe chaturanga, maybe taking the knees down. Do what allows you to feel the most secure, strong, and supported in your body. When we find our downward facing dog, this time we'll lift the right leg high, bend the knee and open the hip. And then as we exhale, we'll draw the knee in between the hands, releasing the back heel down and reaching the arms up to find a warrior one. In your warrior one, you may find that turning your chest, which is generally a normal warrior one, to face over your right knee doesn't actually feel so comfortable. So if you feel more comfortable actually to turn the chest in between the window of the legs, keeping the front knee facing forward and the sole of the back foot at an angle, then feel free to do that instead. So you're not adjusting and rotating too much in your back hip. Wherever you are, let's take a deep breath in, and then all together, let's bring the hands down towards the mat, lift the back heel and step back, moving through our vinyasa, breathing in to lift up through the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bend your knees, look forwards, and then walk, step, or jump to the back of the wrists. Again, inhale, we lengthen the chest, look forwards. Exhale, this time we bend the knees, sweep the arms up by the ears, second chair pose. So this is our first round with our sun salutation B. Deep breath in here, exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift, look forwards. Exhale, plant the hands down, we step back and find our high plank pose, and we move through that choice of flow, breathing in to lift up, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to reach the left leg high, bend the knee and open the hip. And then as we exhale, draw the knee to the nose, place the foot in between the hands. The back heel comes down, press through your feet nice and firmly as you reach your arms up by your ears. Warrior one on that left side. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more time we breathe in, and then exhale, bring the hands down, step back, and move through your choice of flow. Breathing in to lift up through your chest, squeeze your glutes, protect your lower back, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Let's again take a nice inhale through the nose, open the mouth and sigh the breath out. Maybe as you feel the heat rising, you keep your breath flowing inwards and outwards. And again, a deep breath in. As you exhale, bend your knees, look to your hands, walk, step, or jump to the back of your wrists. Inhale, halfway look forwards. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, sweep your arms up by your ears, chair pose. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale, hands come down. Inhale, halfway lift, look forwards. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into your high plank and move through your choice of flow. Breathing in, lifting up through your chest. Breathing out, downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg lifts, bend the knee and open the hip. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose, place the foot in between the hands. The back heel comes down. Inhale, we reach the arms up, warrior one. One breath here, exhale, come down. Inhale to step back into plank. Exhale, moving through your flow, breathing in, lifting up through your chest. And then exhale, downward facing dog. So as we build up the heat in our body, as we build up the momentum, we start to add 1 breath per movement. Inhale, left leg lifts nice and high. Bend the knee and open the hip. Exhale, we draw the knee to the nose and place the foot in between the hands. The back heel releases. Inhale, we reach the arms up. Exhale, we sink. 1 breath here to hold. And then exhale, hands come down. Step back into your high plank and move through your choice of flow. Inhale, lifting up through your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. 1 breath to hold. Exhale out through the mouth to release. Nice. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, bend your knees, look forwards, walk step or jump to the back of the wrists. Inhale, halfway lift, look forwards. Exhale, bend your knees, sweep your arms up by your ears, our last chair flow. Take a deep breath in here, exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands. Now, whichever leg you step back with every time, mine seems to be my left, see if you can step back with the other leg this time. Take a breath in to prepare, and then exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. With my mat, I'm moving. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, bend the knee and open the hip. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose and place your foot in between your hands. Back heel releases. Inhale, rise, reach your arms up. Exhale, hold. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, hands come down, step back, find your high plank and move through that choice of flow. Breathing in, lifting up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last time, inhale, left leg lifts, bend the knee and open the hip. As you exhale, draw the knee to the nose, place the foot in between the hands. Inhale, reach up, back heel comes down. Exhale, soften. 1 breath to hold, inhale. Exhale, last flow with this sequence, stepping back, find your high plank, move through your choice of flow, breathing in, lifting up through your chest, and exhale, downward facing dog. Nice, let's just come to our knees for a moment, big toes together to touch, forehead on the mat. And let's just take 3 breaths before we move into our final sequence. Breathing in through the back of the rib cage and releasing out through the front of the chest. Definitely a few more than 3 breaths, maybe it's needed. But very slowly, just start to move your hands and move your feet, coming back into your tabletop position. And then finally your downward facing dog. Look towards your hands and again walk, step or hop to the back of your wrists. Inhale, halfway lift, look forwards. Exhale to fold. Inhale, root to rise, reach your arms all the way up. And then exhale, bring your hands to your chest at heart center. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, we reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, look forwards. Exhale, plant your hands, step back and find your high plank pose. Maybe this time you want to take the knees down, so this is just a reminder, this is always an option. Moving through your flow in a way that will support you best. Lowering the knees in a cobra, and then eventually finding your way back into your downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, let's lift the right leg high, bend the knee and open the hip. And then as we exhale, let's step the right foot in between the hands. Again, finding warrior 1 first. Inhale, reach the arms up. And as we exhale, heel comes down, the arms open wide, warrior 2. Inhale, flip your right palm, reach it forwards. And then exhale, reverse your warrior, keeping the front knee nice and bent. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, come back to your warrior 2, and then hands come back down and we step back to find our high plank and move through our choice of flow, breathing in to lift up. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, the left leg lifts, bend the knee and open the hip. Exhale, knee to nose, place the foot in between the hands. The back heel comes down. Inhale, rise. Warrior one. Exhale, open the arms wide. Inhale, flip the left palm, reach it forward. Exhale, reach that left arm up and over, reverse your warrior. Inhale here. Exhale, hands come back to warrior two. And then slowly bring the hands down, frame the front foot, we step back and move through our choice of flow. Breathing in to lift up, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Pedaling out through our feet, deep breath in and deep breath out. And we'll just do that flow one more time, deep breath in. Exhale, bend the knees, look forwards, walk, step or jump to the back of the wrists. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands come to your chest at heart center. Wipe the sweat away. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, look forwards. Exhale, plant your hands, and again I say please take the option that feels right for you. Maybe you want to take your knees down this time, bend your elbows and lower your chest to the mat. Press through the tops of the feet, lift the knees, squeeze the shoulder blades together for your cobra, and then slowly exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg lifts, bend the knee and open the hip. Exhale, draw the knee to the nose, place the foot in between the hand. Back heel comes down, the arms reach up. Warrior one. Deep breath in. Exhale, arms open nice and wide. Gaze over that front middle finger, warrior two. Inhale, flip your right palm forward, reach the arm and then reverse. And then exhale, hands come back to warrior two, cartwheel the arms down, frame the front foot, and we step back into that flow. Breathing in to lift up through our chest, breathing out. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts, bend the knee and open the hip. Exhale, knee to nose, place the foot in between the hands, back heel down. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Exhale, open wide, warrior two. Inhale, flip the left palm, reach it forward. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, hands come down, frame your front foot and step back, this time into a downward facing dog. And just pedal out your feet in your downward facing dog. And this time, walk your hands back towards your feet. And hold onto the opposite elbows. Let your head just hang nice and heavy and try to release the vertebrae in the lower back and the back of the hips. Bring the weight forwards, the blood down towards the head. Again, like at the beginning of the class, feel the weight distributed around the feet. Notice where the weight is going. If you're leaning forwards, is the weight going into your toes? A few more breaths here. And then slowly just release your hands. And one vertebrae on top of another, let's just stack the body, bone by bone, allowing every part to be placed like a brick on a brick, one on top of the other. And as we slowly unfurl or unravel, let the shoulders move up towards the ears, and then towards the wall behind you, and then down behind your spine. Just as we began, let's start standing, or let's end standing, just as we began. Palms facing towards the front of the room. And just come back to your breath. Let's take really intentional breaths, maybe 3. Let's take a final breath all together. reach our arms all the way up towards the ceiling, gazing towards the hands as we do. Bring the hands down to our chest at heart center. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I have found this class very sweaty. I don't know if you have, please comment below. It's amazing what just sun salutations can do for the body. And I hope this supported you if you tried it during your follicular phase as an energizing boost to when you may or may not have more energy. So just feel into what feels good for you. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Namaste.